it's Danielle with Northlawn Flower Farms. In today's video, I want to share with you one of my favorite houseplants, the Aspargus Setaceus. Now, you may have seen this plant and also heard her called Common Asparagus Fern, Lace Fern, Plumosa Fern, even Climbing Fern. But here she is, Aspargus Setaceus. And if you're looking for a new houseplant that's not too hard to maintain and care for, I would encourage you to go ahead and purchase this plant. This plant is native to South Africa, and she's actually a rambling evergreen vine, reaching lengths 10 to 20 feet on each branch. So you could really put her somewhere where she can trail. Maybe you want to set her on the mantle and you want to have her trail along a big picture. That's where I have ours. You can really put her anywhere. The possibilities are endless. Now let's talk about the big four when it comes to all houseplants: light, water, temperature, and humidity. So let's talk about light to start out with. This plant wants bright but indirect light or filtered sunlight. And she's going to tell you if she's not happy with where you put her. If she starts to get yellowing on the tips of her leaves, you're going to know she's not getting enough light. Move her a little bit closer to the sunlight, but still keeping her out of direct sunlight. Now, if her leaves start to brown and fall off, you're going to say, oh, too much light. Back off the light, and then you could see her quickly adjust to her new situation and become happy again. You know, something else really interesting before we move on is that this asparagus fern is actually not a fern at all. It's a member of the asparagus family, and in the spring through the fall you may even be blessed, if she's in the ideal condition, to see white flowers appear followed by berries, and there she is producing seed. Okay, now let's move on to watering this plant. I think less is more when it comes to the asparagus fern. Remember, she's not really a fern, she's in the asparagus family, so we want to treat her as such. I water mine about once a week, and in the wintertime I'm going to water her even less because she's actually going dormant and she's not growing and she doesn't need quite as much water. Just as I recommend to water all houseplants, make sure your pot has drainage holes. When you water her thoroughly, let all the water drain out, put her back into the decorative pot. Therefore, she's never sitting in standing water, which will always encourage any kind of houseplant to rot. Just water her once about 2 inches of the medium is dry on top. That's going to vary from home to home and your humidity levels. Okay, now let's talk about temperature. This plant likes temperatures between 60 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit, with nighttime temperatures 10 degrees less than that. That might sound a little bit complex, but that's actually what all our homes are pretty much set as. So, hey, that's all there is to say about that, right? Average temperature in the home, and just make sure to avoid any kind of temperature extremes. So don't put her right next to a door where in the winter you're going to be opening it, you know, multiple times a day, and she's going to experience it like, boom, all of a sudden 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Or don't stick her right next to a fireplace or maybe right on a heat register. But just anywhere in your home, average temperature, she'll be happy. Lastly, let's talk about humidity. And I'm really excited because this plant only needs average humidity, which is really quite different than a lot of tropicals that we're going to bring into our home that want that higher humidity level that is really hard to accomplish during the winter season. All I do for her is I group her together with house plants. Now, every plant transpires, which means that they release moisture into the environment. So just by grouping all these houseplants together, she's going to have the humidity level that she needs. You could, of course, run the humidifier if you wanted. That's not going to hurt her. You could, of course, put her on a bed of pebbles with water. That won't hurt either, but it's not necessary. So I hope these tips are really helpful, and I hope you'll give Aspargus Setaceus a try. I've had this particular plant for 4 years, and she seems to be able to handle just anything that I throw at her. And isn't she beautiful? I think so. Well, until next time, happy gardening. Bye!